with Artbeads Cafe, where we have all things caffeinated and be delicious. I'm here with Cynthia, and we are preparing for the holidays, where there'll be lots of entertaining, right?
Yes.
So we have some tips for you. Cynthia, take it away.
Okay, so we were thinking about Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And what can you do to show your gratitude to your guests?
Yes, Thanksgiving and gratitude hand in hand. So this is a good idea.
Yes. So I was thinking, I still wanted to make some jewelry, but how can I put that on the table also?
Right.
So I want to show you here, I made a bracelet for my mom.
Oh, sweet.
And I use a memory wire. And I thought I can put that in the plate around the napkin. She will think it's a napkin holder first, and then I can say, this is a present for you, and you can take it home.
That's a great idea. Everybody gets to take home their napkin ring that's been custom made by Cynthia.
Yes.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
So this one is with memory wire, and I wanted something a little younger for my sister.
Oh.
So I used ribbon and those round stamping, and I stamp on them. So here I
so what did you stamp?
Well, my sister make me laugh all the time. So I wrote it laugh, and then I put some little hearts on the bottom.
Oh, that's sweet. So you put little hearts for her because...
Exactly.
Yeah,
Little sister.
What a great idea. And you know, that actually would be a good idea for some guys too.
Yes, exactly.
Because they can make those into keychains.
Mm-hmm.
Cute. What a great idea for napkin rings.
Thank you. And then I thought, okay, if I want to do something else, like a zipper pull or a keychain, I wanted to use the cellular phone.
Yeah, the cell phone dangles.
Yes.
Yeah, those are great.
So I have one that just say love.
Oh.
And then if you have a cat lover in your family, use a little cat charm. This one just say, what does it say? Follow your heart.
That's so sweet.
Really cute. And of course for the men who love his sports, like football.
And
this one for my husband Devin, who loves fishing. So I had to have a fish somewhere.
Of course.
Yes.
Oh, that's such a great idea. Again, for any age, guys and gals.
Exactly.
I mean, really
like this
sweet.
one for a younger girl, a little girl who loves fairy tale, and we have this beautiful unicorn pendant.
Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, and you could just put the charms in the middle of their plates on the table, and everybody can figure out where they sit by according to what the little charms that you made for them. That's so clever.
Yeah.
Great. Look at that. And I see you use Swarovski crystals over here for these guys, so that's really nice.
Yeah, so I used some drugs, and to sparkle the drugs a little more, I used the rondelles.
Those are sweet. You know, I like the rondelles. I think they get overlooked by a lot of people because they're not really sure what to do with them because they're unusual.
Yes.
But look at how they shine when you put them between the two drugs like that.
They do. And they come in so many different colors too.
Oh, that's really great. This is a great Thanksgiving, and I sure hope I'm invited to your house for Thanksgiving dinner. Hope you all enjoy the ideas. Okay, Cynthia, it's time for Kristal Wick's Picks, which is my favorite time to share some things with you guys. And right now, my favorite, Venetian glass. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I would mortgage the house and maybe my dogs. Just kidding, not really the dogs. But to buy these things because they are a piece of art that you wear. They are so gorgeous. So I would love for you to explain to everybody how we discovered Venetian glass and what it's about.
They are very, very beautiful, and like you said, it's a piece of art. And Devin and I were lucky to go to Venice.
Oh.
And we were lucky to go in galleries and talk to one of the owners. And he explained to us the art of making glass beads.
Oh.
And to be a master of making glass beads, it takes 25 years.
Really?
Yes. And it's a very hard job to do.
Sure.
You have to think that sometimes summer it's 90 degrees,
oh,
94 degrees,
imagine.
It's very humid, and they work in those places with those big oven, so it's really hot. So you have less and less young people wanting to be a master.
Sure.
Which is really sad because they are just amazing. The beads are just amazing.
Yeah, it's kind of a dying breed of honor that these people are going through right now, where the youngsters aren't apprenticing for 20 years anymore. So
and a lot of time they are little families.
Yeah.
So it's not
so sweet.
Yes, it is. So it's not big corporation, big company. They're just families doing their art. And we find those Venetian beads, they would just love them. It's so beautiful. And we want to show the different ones that we fell in love with.
Yes.
And like I said, they're so beautiful that sometimes you just need one for a pair of earring, and that's all you need. And a little sparkle, of course, but just that, and then you have a beautiful, simple earring.
Yeah, because a lot of people want simple. They don't want to wear a lot of things. And the Venetian glass, the way it's made, it's so passionate and so vibrant. The colors are so vibrant that you don't need to add a lot to a piece to make it spectacular.
Exactly, and those, I love red.
Oh,
red is my
that's
color.
really pretty.
And because, again, they're so beautiful, I didn't want to make a necklace with a lot of beads. I wanted to show them. So I used the soft flex.
Nice.
And I did an illusion, like we call it, illusion necklace. So you just do crimp tubes in between your beads, and you just crimp together.
And it's so simple. To make that is, how long did it take?
Yes.
Next to nothing, right?
Oh, yes. And it's really stunning because that's all you see is those beads.
Right. Oh, I love that. And the colors, of course, are gorgeous. And then we had over here, oh my goodness, I made a few bracelets and you made a bracelet. And one of the things that I love about the Venetian glass is that the colors and the palettes come in all these different gorgeous sceneries, but the shapes are different. So, for example, Cynthia made this bracelet with the same color palette of the glass beads that I used here in this bracelet. You can see the colors are the same, but they look completely different when you add different components, such as your crystals, and then I added Swarovski pearls. And again, the shapes are what makes things just really pop and really different. And I also like how you can mix and match the different shapes, because in the Venetian family, like, there are families of colors, and they all go together. So if you like the squares, then you can get the squares. If you like the rounds, you can get the rounds. I just think that is a wonderful part of this whole little treasure trove of goodies here. Again, here I used this beautiful kind of the pillow shape, which I think is really gentle and pretty, and added some Swarovski pearls, and then I made some earrings to match, and they are, again, a different shape. So I took one shape in the bracelet, a different shape in the earrings. Again, with some of the Venetian glass, I didn't want to add a lot of clutter to the bracelet, to the findings, and to the actual composition, so I threw in a few Swarovski pearls that kind of muted and toned down the color palette here, and I just think these shapes, the diamond shapes, are gorgeous too. So again, gosh, we are passionately in love with Venetian glass. What can we say?
Yeah.
You don't need much. A little goes a long way, so it's really nice to just dive in and do your own creation. Thanks for sharing that, Cynthia.
You're welcome.
Cynthia, it's time for our Q&A. And Susan in Idaho asks, what are some non-traditional ways to use large hole beads? Great question.
It is a great question. And again, tiara casts have great components for that.
Oh, we love tiara casts over and over again, right?
Yes. Because sometimes you have those large hole beads and you want to use them differently than just on a big bracelet.
Right, and if you put them on a regular bracelet, they flop around. So yeah.
Exactly.
Show us some magic here.
So first I want to show you the bead bars. They're very easy to use. So some of them have a little ball at the end, and that will stop the bead to go through, but you still need to put a little bead cap or a spacer. And some of them have two holes, which means they are links, and you can dangle something at the end.
Oh, that's great.
And I made this bracelet with different large hole beads.
Because I think a lot of people don't know what bead bars are used for.
Yes.
So this is, when you look at them, you would really not have an idea. So this is a great example of what you would do with the bead bars. Oh, those are cute.
And they're very fun to make earrings also. So I want to show you how easy it is.
Yeah.
So you have your bead bar, put first your spacer, then you put your bead, then another spacer, then you attach the bar with a jump ring on the earring. And that's it. And
Look
you
at
have
that.
this really cute.
Oh, it takes minutes.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. You could do one in every color for every day of the week.
Exactly. So
I
very
love that.
simple.
Great.
So then, like you said, you want to use them on a normal bracelet with jewelry wire, but they move around. So the solution for that is the bead aligner.
The bead aligners.
And this is a bead aligner.
Oh, those are cute.
So you string your beads normally,
Look at that.
and then you put a bead aligner, you put your bead and another bead aligner, and you keep going. So what happened, those bead aligners goes inside the bead, and that hold the bead together.
That's great. So you're actually making a large hole bead, kind of a small hole bead.
Exactly.
Oh, look at that.
Exactly.
Oh, and look at that. I love this with the animal print beads on there. That's adorable.
That was so much fun.
Huh.
And let's say you have a bead that you want to use as a pendant, but has a very large hole. Again, there is another solution, is the bell.
Oh, look at that.
So you just glue the bell, and I use the two-part epoxy. You just glue the bell in the bead.
Huh.
And on this one, I didn't add anything at the bottom, but you could use another bell here. It's more like a bead cap. And you just glue at the bottom too. So it's finishing.
That's great. Yeah, so it ties in and it's like a little sandwich.
Exactly.
Oh, that is really, what a good idea. Because again, I think a lot of people look at these and they look nice, but what would you do with it? So this is a great example of what to do with large hole beads, non-traditional ways. Oh, and of course the creations that you made with them are gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
Wow, so you just start with this beautiful piece and move up.
And then you just go.
Good idea, Cynthia. Woo! Well, Susan, I hope you're happy with all this. I know that I can't wait to start using these for large hole beads because again, many of you, all you've done is string them on the large hole bead bracelet, and that's, you know, pretty much the extent of what we've been doing. So this is a really good idea. So thank you all for joining us here at Artbeads Cafe. And if you have any questions for us, please feel free to write at artbeads.com. We'll be happy to answer them or feature them on one of our Artbeads Cafe. Meanwhile, happy beading!